There are animals on this planet that can survive in space, come back from the dead, and even punch faster than a bullet.
Man, come on.
And the craziest part, they aren't just science fiction, they're real. And by the time we get to number 1, you might just question everything you thought you knew about biology. Let's count down the top 10 animals that shouldn't exist, but somehow do. At number 10 is an animal that has technically solved death. It's called the Immortal Jellyfish. Most creatures are born, grow, and then eventually die. But this jellyfish does something impossible. When it gets injured or stressed, it literally reverts back to its younger form, like hitting a biological reset button. And then it grows up all over again, over and over and over, which means in theory, it could live forever. But somehow, it's not even the strangest thing on this list. At number 9 is an animal that can regrow almost anything. Meet the Axolotl. Lose a leg, it grows back. Damage its heart, it repairs itself. Even parts of the brain, it can regenerate. But this is where it gets insane. Scientists have been studying it for years, hoping to unlock human regeneration. Because if we understood how this works, it could change medicine forever. Yet somehow, there's an animal that takes survival even further. Number 8 is something so extreme, it makes everything else look fragile. The tardigrade, also known as the water bear. This microscopic creature can survive boiling heat, freezing temperatures, crushing pressure, radiation, even the vacuum of space. Scientists literally sent them into orbit. No oxygen, no protection, and they came back, alive. But the craziest part, they don't survive in the normal way. They shut down their bodies completely, entering a state of where they don't need water, food, or air, which basically makes them indestructible. And still, it gets weirder. At number 7 is a shrimp. A shrimp with a weapon more powerful than a gun. The pistol shrimp. It snaps its claw so fast, it creates a bubble that collapses with a shockwave hotter than the surface of the sun. For a split second, it literally produces light, underwater, from a punch. And anything nearby, stunned or dead. But believe it or not, there's an animal that hits even harder. Number 6 is another crustacean, the Mantis Shrimp. The Mantis Shrimp punches so fast, it boils the water around it. Its strike accelerates faster than a bullet and can break glass aquariums. But that's not even the craziest part. Its eyes can see colors humans can't even imagine. While we see 3 color channels, it sees up to 16, meaning its version of reality is completely different from ours. And somehow, it still doesn't take the top spot. At number 5 is an insect with a built-in chemical weapon, the Bombardier Beetle. When threatened, it sprays a boiling hot chemical explosion from its body. We're talking near 100 degrees Celsius, instantly. But here's the insane part. It mixes 2 chemicals inside its body, triggering a controlled explosion, without harming itself. Scientists have studied this for years, because replicating it mechanically is extremely difficult, and yet this tiny beetle does it naturally. Still, this next one feels unreal. At number 4 is an animal that is basically invisible, the glass frog. Its skin is so transparent, you can see its organs, its heart, its veins, everything. But that's not just for show. It's camouflage. From below, predators can't even tell that it's there. It blends almost perfectly into its environment. But wait. Number 3 pushes biology even further. At number 3, we're not talking about an animal alone. We're talking about something that controls one. A fungus that turns ants into zombies. Once infected, the ant loses control of its body. It climbs to a specific height, locks its jaw, and then dies. And the fungus grows out of its body, releasing spores to infect more ants. And it's not just survival, it's control. And it's happening in real life. But somehow, nature still has something even more unbelievable. At number 2 is something small, beautiful, and unbelievably deadly. The blue-ringed octopus. Its bite contains enough venom to kill multiple humans within minutes. No antidote, no warning. But here's the terrifying part. It doesn't look dangerous until those glowing blue rings appear. And by then, it's already too late. And yet, this isn't even number 1. And at number 1 is something that completely breaks the rules of life itself. The Planarian Flatworm. Cut it in half, both halves become 2 separate worms. Cut it into pieces, each piece becomes a new one. Here's what makes it truly insane. It retains memory, which means a regenerated worm might remember things from before it was cut apart. Let that sink in. It doesn't just survive damage, it multiplies from it, and somehow keeps its identity. So the next time you think reality makes sense, remember, there are creatures that can live forever, survive space, control other organisms, and break the rules of biology completely. And honestly, this is just scratching the surface, because there are even stranger things out there we haven't even discovered yet.